MLB Network's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Falcons and the Mets. Live baseball here on MLB Network, and it comes your way next. Greg Dickerson, the southpaw out of the state of Washington, will be the starter. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that he's a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And afternoon baseball on MLB Network is underway. Dan, D-Row, we take a look at our home 9 as they take the field here today. They come in trying to rebound after a loss that snapped a modest 3-game winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to clean up their recent trend right now, they're going to have to find a way for it to start on the mound. They can't go out like last game and allow a bunch of runs and not play sound defense behind them. Both those things are going to have to change if this team's going to get it going in the right direction.
Swing and a miss, 2-2 now.
You have to find a way to lay off that low sinker. There is just no way to do any damage. You're just looking at either a bruised shin or a ground out to the left side.
And this goes right through him. And how about that to start a game?
Pitcher executed his pitch. Good sinker down and in. Got the hitter to beat it into the ground. Sometimes there's nothing you can do about it as a pitcher.
So now to the plate, Theo Rice runs up and gets this one down. And the throw goes to first, so the sacrifice works that time. And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. What do you think they need to do to keep the winning streak a-rolling, D-Row?
This is not even a stat you probably would have even looked at 10 years ago. The fact that this team's last in walks in today's game bodes a lot of trouble. They will swing at the rosin bag. Do not expect this pitcher to come over the heart of the plate in any meaningful position because he knows he's going to get a lot of swing and miss.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit high and deep out to left. Looking up is the left fielder. Still going back. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 4th home run for him on the season, as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
There are certain guys in every lineup that you do not want to beat you. And this guy right now is swinging the bat so well, I'm not giving him a chance to do anything. He's too hot right now.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Jeffrey Bellamy. And he enters play today, currently 5th in the American League in hitting.
There's a lot of ways to get on base. Base hit, a walk, hit by pitch. This guy's in the top 5 on base percentage. He does a little bit of all of those things.
And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Hey, after that hit right there, D-Row, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
Standing in now, John O'Neill. Line towards center field. Bond is there now, and he has it, 2 gone. Standing in, Pat Sample, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Has a look, now the pitch.
Ball, that's out.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
Hit on the ground to third. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Jason Jones, the right-hander from Alabama, gets the starting assignment. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matty V, in the day and age of specialty pitches and pitchers, this guy's big pitch is the cut fastball, and it's really turned his career around. It looks like a four-seam fastball coming in, and it has that late cutting action away from the barrels and into guys at times. It's his primary pitch, and he needs it to survive at this level.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Bellamy is there. One pitch, one out. With a moment now, let's have a look at the home team's starting lineup. Dero, what's the key in trying to stop their opponent's winning streak?
Well, Matt, this lineup finds themselves down 2 runs. Nothing crazy. Everyone relax. Stay within the game plan. Find a way to execute and get 1 run on the board and get back in this.
At the plate now is the designated hitter, Paul Dyer. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game. The 0-1 delivery. Grounded up the first baseline. Ready with the 0-2. And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to, as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
For me, check swings are right there next to bang-bang plays at first as the most difficult calls for an ump to make. Taking a look at show motion, the batter doesn't appear to hold up enough, so I think the call was right.
Fellas, you look at these guys with a first-inning lead, by the way, as they take the field this afternoon. And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Digging in, Kevin Root to show you what he did in May versus what he's done so far at the plate in June.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
Second inning begins with a slider that misses here. It's 1-0. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the home team. And this team, they're not going to be moving around as much as some of the new age teams. The shifting and moving the third baseman over second base and the right fielder to play third base. This is going to be your stationary team, trusting pitchers to execute pitches.
Into the box, Judd. Now here's one hit in the air to the right side. Mitchell ranges back, and he has it for out number 2. Digging in, Blake Hamby carries a batting line in the 280s to begin this one. Here comes the first pitch. And he makes good contact there, but this is going to find the stands foul down the right field line. The windup and the 0-1.
Hey.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball. Misses, ball 2. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
Boy, went from being in the driver's seat to now being in some trouble. Had the count 0-2, started nipping at the corners, and next thing you know, this count stands at 3-2.
Now the payoff pitch home. A bouncer up the middle. And they are not going to get him at first. He's aboard easily.
So frustrating, Dero. You make a good pitch and you get these guys that can run around and they're fast. You think you have an out, and all of a sudden it turns into an infield single.
Yeah, this is definitely part of his game, the ground attack, Dan. He's a speedster. He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he knows how frustrated that pitcher is.
And he'll get back in safely. At the plate, Steve Rice, as the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Hamby leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And there's ball 2 now. The 2-1 home is in there for strike number 2. Here now the 2-2. But this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the 3rd out. Into the box now, Tristan White. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Now pitch on the way. Here's a late swing and a miss. Strike 2.
Woo-wee. That was some smoke right there. High fire right on by.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
My man on the mound has just got great strikeout stuff working for him these days. Looking back at his last start, he racked up 9 Ks, and now he's looking like he can put up similar numbers in this one.
Into the box now, A.J. Mitchell. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's got the average of 285 here to start play. 4 home runs, 27 driven in. The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2.
Pretty good pitch right there. Fastball in off the plate. One of the things you want to do as a pitcher, try to stand those hitters up.
2-0, here it is. Hit weakly back to the mound. Oh, look at that stop. And he'll just flip this on to first for the 2nd out of the inning.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, Junior Richards.
Standing in, Junior Richard. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Striding in once again, Theo Rice. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Theo Rice.
First delivery to him on the way. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
in the dirt. It's 3-0 now. Bart Flash will be next. The 3-0 pitch. 4 pitches, all takes. He's showing a lot of patience here.
And I like that from a guy like him, Matty. He can do a lot of damage on the base pass with his legs, so there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to handle.
Into a slide, and he makes a great catch for the first out.
Select fielder number 8, Bart Flash.
Digging in to try it again, Bart Flash. He hit a 2-run jack in his first at-bat.
And that's been the entire offense so far in this one. They've been shut down other than that.
Down the left field line and deep. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Fouled away. One out, nobody on. Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third.
Well, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. And what does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
At the plate now, Jeffrey Bellamy. Yes, he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. A base hit in his first trip. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, that's the spot right there for an 0-2 pitch. Make him see if he'll chase that slider in the dirt, especially with the bases empty.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. Into the box, Nathan Bird, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. First pitch coming. Here it is. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1. A 1 pitch on its way. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. Late that time for a strike.
1 and 2.
And it's fouled away.
He got a mistake right there, but missed it. Can't foul that pitch off in a big spot. 0-2 count. Hader caught too much of the zone.
The 1-2 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 3.
Just tied him up with that last pitch. Pretty evident by the swing. Sometimes guys get in that protect mode so much that they're swinging at everything that they see, and they end up offering at pitches that they can't possibly do anything with.
To the plate now, Paul Kelly, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250, 4 home runs, and 21 driven in. Comes set and the 0-1.
1-1.
Bases are empty, one man out. Slapped hard the opposite way. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And this one scoots all the way to the wall. And he's in there easily at second with a one-out double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. In now, James Bond, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. He's got that batting average even at a point where even a 1 for 5 will gain him some points. 1 home run, 13 RBIs. A 1-0 delivery. Just a tick behind for a strike. 1 out and a runner on second base. Drops one down here, and they'll try to beat it out. But the throw will be well late. So a good play, but it's all for naught, as that'll be an infield single.
The third baseman, Devin Mize.
Standing in now, Devin Mize, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. The 1-0 delivery. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And the runner from third scores as they try and work their way back into this one. It's now a 2-1 ball game.
The designated hitter.
Next will be the designated hitter, Paul Dyer. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here.
A runner on first with 2 away. Runners on the move for second. Pitch is high. The throw is low, and he can't make the pick.
It was pretty obvious he would likely be on the move with 2 outs, and I'm sure the defense knew it too. But he has lightning speed and was able to take the bag anyways.
The 2-0.
Nope, upstairs.
And that's finally over for a strike.
It'll be interesting if he comes in the zone aggressively again here. With the base open, he doesn't have to.
Out of the stretch, the 3-1 home. And that misses ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
Finally, up to this point, the entire lineup had been swinging at anything close, and this guy decides to show a little more patience at the dish and is rewarded with a base on balls. That was a good at-bat.
Now to the plate, Julian Reyes, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. He was a little angry on that heater.
Comes set, the 0-1. 2 down, runners at first and second. This ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
A time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
The set and the 2-1. 3-1 now.
Not a good spot to be in right now. Pitcher's falling behind in the count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
And that's 2 free passes in the 3rd inning alone. So you have to wonder if maybe it's something mechanical or if it's just psychological. Got to get back on track here.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Tristan White. He's got the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, Matt. 2nd on the team and runs batted in.
Here's the first pitch to him. Low for ball 1. White is one of the very best corner infielders in the game today. Oftentimes first and third basemen are known for their offensive work, but he's truly a multi-dimensional talent. Really makes an impact on defense, and that makes him incredibly fun to watch every time he takes the field.
Yeah, watching him go about his business. First step quickness, his reaction time is unparalleled, able to make all the plays, and he takes a ton of pride in his craft.
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. 2 out, bases loaded. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And he fouls this one off. The set and the 1-2. Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been as they'll strand the bases loaded. This side is retired. So 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Falcons lead this one 2-1. All set for the start of the 4th. And next will be the power hitting catcher, John O'Neill. First pitch coming. Here it is. A shot down the first baseline. But this gets foul. It's 0-1. Pitch on the way. Goodness. 0-2 now.
Real ugly 0-1 swing there. As a pitcher, you've got to be hunting for the strikeout, knowing you have this guy way off balance.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
Sample comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1.
Hey, you think back to the early innings right there. You thought this guy would have been hitting his showers. A credit to him. He's been able to regroup, find his mechanics, and find a way to stay in this game.
And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, after that terrible swing, you find yourself down 0-2. Step out, deep breath, adjust the batting gloves, flip a coin, and go all in on something.
Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in, make him prove he can adjust before you do.
This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. One out, nobody on. And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Well, he's really rolling on the mound right now. All you have to do is look at the last 4 hitters for evidence. All 4 of them have gone down on strikes, as you're seeing here. That's not easy to do, so you know he's got to be pretty dialed in out there.
Kevin Root is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. The 1-0 home. Line drive to left. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there. Dan was going to have a 1-2-3 inning, but not the case, giving up that late 2-out knock.
Boy, this lineup is so deep, 1 through 9. They can put a hurting on you, and they're making him work, and he's given up a lot of base hits so far in this one. So far, this has not been an easy one for this pitcher.
At the plate, Judd, as he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball 1. Here's a look over to first, and the runner back. 4th inning of a 2-1 ball game. Runner goes for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down, and he is out at second. Caught stealing to end the inning. Another look at the throw down that results in a 3rd out on the bases. More of MLB Network's Saturday Baseball after this. Leading off the inning, A.J. Mitchell, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
A.J. Mitchell.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Look out. 2-0 now.
You know, sometimes it takes a pitcher a few pitches to get going, but those 2 pitches weren't even close. Falls behind at a count 2-0. It's time to start getting locked in.
And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now.
Hey, he's got great feel for that pitch right there. He can throw it anytime he wants for a strike.
Fouled off. Here now the 2-2. Hit toward the right side. And oh, the throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he'll reach it first. Not particularly graceful there, and as a result, he'll be slapped with an E4 on the play. So it's a runner at first as a result of the throwing error. And digging in is the big-time power threat, Junior Richard. First offering on its way. Skied into straightaway right. Right fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher, Nathan.
Stepping in, Nathan Hurd. He's set. Here it comes. And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Runners on first with 1 down. There goes the runner. Pitch inside. The throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. And he misses again. Ball 3.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
The 3-1. Hard hit ball to second. Reined in. And an offline throw, but a good tag this time to get his man anyway. Digging in, Paul Kelly, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First delivery to him on the way. The 0-1 offering. And an off-speed pitch swung on and missed, and with that the side is retired.
Leading off for the Sandlot, the second baseman, number 22.
First pitch of the at-bat.
That's outside.
The 1-0 home. This is hit pretty well out to left field. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch.
The batter, number 54.
Now at the plate, Blake Hamby. First pitch on its way. And he takes ball 1. Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. A slider that time that runs away. It's 3-1 now.
Hey, he's had great command all day. Want to see how aggressive he is in the zone with a 3-ball count.
Good pass at that ball, just a little late, and now the count's full. Lifted the other way down the left field line, and this will wind up a foul ball. He'll try it again. 3-2. Well hit deep down the right field line. And it's a foul ball. That's lifted the other way out to left. Left fielder giving chase. He's got it. A nice play there. 2 away.
Now batting, designated hitter, Steve Rice.
So the batting order turns over now, and set to go Steve Rice. Here's the first pitch to him.
Nope, that's the ball.
5th inning, 2-1 our score. And that misses low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches, and when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
3-0 now.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
Ruled a strike on the outside corner. 3-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. There's ball 4.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
Ready for another shot now. Theo Rice, man at first after the 2-out walk. From the stretch. First pitch is a slider called for a strike. Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. 2 out with the man at first. And oh dear, that caught him full bore on the mound as it ricochets back toward the plate. Safe after the recovery throw. Good effort, but now we have to wonder whether or not he's going to be okay. And time now to see quite where that got him. And it appeared from up here at least, and his actions on the field confirm it. It looked like it got him on his drive leg, which could be problematic, of course, for him. But from the way he's trying to walk it off, I think he's going to try to continue. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Comes set, the 0-1. Line drive, base hit to right. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with 2 gone.
The right fielder, number 13, Jeffrey Bellamy.
So now to the plate, Jeffrey Bellamy pulls this one into the air out into right field. Richard is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tightrope out of danger as he strands the bases loaded. Digging in the switch hitter, James Bond. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Trying to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. Trying to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the 5th the same way he ended the 4th with a punch out, 1 away.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Stepping in now, Devin Myers, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A ball and a strike. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Yeah, Matty, he's had these guys on the proverbial rocking horse all night, changing speeds, hitting every quadrant. He's tough to hit.
And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
To the plate now, Cole Dyer.
That's the ball.
A ball and no strikes. Will attempt to put the ball in play for a change here with the first two guys going down on strikes to start the inning. Now the 1-0. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. Throw in time and the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. The Falcons are out in front here 2-1. Derek Savage takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound. Now at the plate, John O'Neill. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6.
John O'Neill.
Here comes the first pitch. That one doesn't even sniff the zone, missing very high. For the current campaign, O'Neill is working with a slugging percentage over .550, so there's no denying he's one of the premier power bats in the league. That evens it up 1-1. Now here it comes. Hard hit ball to second. Scooped up. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
Now batting, third baseman, Pat Sample.
Striding in, Pat Sample. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. And 2-0 as this one's taken low. Pitch on the way.
Nope, that's inside. Hey! 3 balls, 1 strike.
Low scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. 3-1 pitch is a slider and he can't pull the trigger. It's 3-2 now.
Look at the radar gun on that slider. Off speed pitch, 91 miles an hour. That's just pure filth.
And this is swung out and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 6th inning.
Not too often you see an at-bat go from 3-0 to a strikeout, so that's a pretty good job on the mound right there. Kind of nice that he got a free strike on the 3-0 take, but he still had to put it in the zone.
In now, Kevin Root. As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here, no balls and a strike. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2. And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now. Now here's the pitch. High hop, and he barehands it. And give it up on a phenomenal play to retire the side. Digging in once again, Julian Reyes. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but it's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
That one's a called strike. Back even at 1.
1-1.
Outside, 2-1. Two and 2. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
And he punches out another one. Make it 9 for the ball game.
Leading off the inning, your job is to get on base and set the table for the inning. That was a pretty good at bat, and that he pushed the count to 3-2 and made the pitcher work, but I think he'd like to have that 3-2 pitch back. Pretty sure that was ball 4 he went after.
Standing in now, Tristan White, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 1-0 home is in there for strike 1. Now we see a lefty and a right-hander start to loosen up in the bullpen. A 1-1.
A couple of strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. On a good pitch there, had him stretching to get out there, and it's 2-2 now.
Usually you see chases outside the zone on off-speed stuff like sliders, breaking balls, and changeups. But to chase a fastball that far outside the zone tells me this hitter's not seeing it well at all.
1 out, nobody on. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2. A.J. Mitchell waits on deck. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a ball hit out toward right center. Hamby will range to his left and put it away. 2 down.
Now back, second baseman, A.J. Mitchell.
Stepping up to the plate, A.J. Mitchell. He hits with 2 away as they continue to trail in this close game.
Well, Matt, this has been a big inning on the mound. He's had to face the middle of the order, and so far he's held them at bay.
Yeah, this feels like the kind of inning we'll look back on at the end of the game, even if the result of it changes dramatically here. First delivery to him on the way. Grounder down the line at third. 2 out, nobody on. Hard hit ball to second. And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
And they keep the inning alive with a base hit, but you can see that's only the 3rd hit he's given up the entire game, so he's still in total control out there.
Into the box now, Junior Richard, and they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. throw over to first, and he'll dive back in safely. And there's a base hit on the line. Mitchell rounds third and is digging for the plate. He comes across to score. It's a 2-2 game. So much of this game is situational hitting, guys. Nice job there.
Yeah, you've got to find a way to pick your teammates up when you're given the chance, and he doesn't try to do too much right here. He just takes what's there. Safely on second, and his buddy is high-fiving teammates in the dugout.
At the plate, Nathan Bird. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one. No hits to this point. The 1-0. High in the air out to center field. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. 8, 9, and top of the order coming up to start the 7th. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Manny Quezada will come on now to make his 30th appearance of the year so far.
Quezada.
All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Judd.
The second baseman, number 22.
First pitch coming, here it is. Grounded to short, fielded cleanly, and the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, number 54.
So coming to the plate, Blake Hamby, a hit in 2 tries so far. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Grounded back up the middle, and that is through into center field for a 1-out single.
There's a hard hit ground ball. Pitcher not able to get a glove on it. Hard single up the middle.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dan. Sent it back right where it came from.
Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first. And a dive, but he's back. Into the box, Steve Rice. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. Richard is there, 2 down.
The first baseman, number 7, Theo Rice.
So digging in now, Theo Rice. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Now a hard liner, but foul.
Man, the batter's eyes lit up right there. A hanger just a little bit out in front. Couldn't keep it fair.
Back in standing. And again a throw, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Pitch out, nothing doing. Two out with the possible go-ahead run at first. Up high, 2-1 now.
That was a tempting pitch to swing at right there. A big power guy like this really wants something that he can elevate and drive out of the ballpark.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Now a swing and a miss at the hard sinker, and they're back to even 2-2.
Hey, this pitcher better be careful right here. My man at the plate is not trying to push something to the opposite field.
2-2. He's running. It's a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Ladies and gentlemen, 3 points for the traditional 7-ball stretch.
Sam Moses gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. At the plate, Paul Kelly.
For Miami, the shortstop, Paul Kelly.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Count 1-0.
Moses is at least partially known for his big power slider. A lot of break on that pitch, but what makes it unique is how hard he's able to throw it. Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. A little over anxious that time as it's a ball and a strike.
That's just a great pitch right there. Great execution. He just got that hitter to think that pitch was knee-high. Nasty diving out of the zone.
The 1-1 home. Misses above the zone for a ball. All even now, 2-2. And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
So now to the plate, James Bond, as the fastball is swung on and missed. Good location down at the knees for strike 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Oh, he looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
Not much you can do with that one. Tied him up in knots.
Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2.
You know, I'm not sure he didn't throw that pitch out of the zone on purpose. They've been swinging at pretty much everything he throws, so why not give it a shot?
And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle. Just hung in there on that one. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he'll find a way to get a piece of that one to stay alive. And again, he's unable to keep it fair, but he's putting together quite a battle at the plate. Now another 2-2. High in the air out to center field. Hamby is there, 2 gone.
Now batting, third baseman, Devin Mize.
Into the box now, Devin Mize. 0 for 2 with a run batted in for him thus far. First offering on its way. This one's down to third. A dive, and he knocks it down. And the recovery will not be in time at first, and the inning will continue following the infield single. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder tucked, kept the ice water in his veins and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
0 for 2 from him so far in this one. And there he goes towards second. Pitch outside. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
This catcher's not known for his throwing ability, so you compound that with a big lead at first base. He had no chance to throw that runner out at second.
Here's the 2-0. Line to the right side. And the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. 8th inning coming up, and we are tied 2-2. Digging in and looking for more, Bart Flash. And this tie ball game is a battle of the bullpens now, and I'm sure you're enjoying that, Dan.
Bullpens are such a big part of baseball now, Matt. All these teams have such good 7th, 8th, and 9th inning guys. It all boils down to whose bullpen is better.
First pitch of the at-bat. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Left fielder is on the move. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 13, Jeffrey Bellamy.
Stepping into the box, Jeffrey Bellamy. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. That misses 1-2.
There's not too many umpires in the game that are going to ring that first strike right there. That was borderline up, even though it was in the zone.
He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. Down the first baseline, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now back, catcher, John O'Neill.
Now at the plate, John O'Neill. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat. Comes set, the 0-1. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
So you'd love for him to offer at that one, but the execution was flawless. Nice curveball that starts in the zone and breaks just out. Just a great take by the batter.
Full count now. He's set, the payoff pitch. And he lays off, ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Two ways to look at this walk. If you're the hitting coach, you say, that's a great AB. Down 0-2, you work the walk, but if you're a pitcher like me, that's just a case of letting a guy off the hook, and that can really frustrate you.
Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Pat Sample, and we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. Shoots this one over to first, and as it turns out, the 2-out walk doesn't come around to haunt him as that ends the inning. Josh Means is into the ballgame here as he takes over behind the plate.
Number 51, Josh Means.
Bottom of the inning now, and standing in the outfielder, Julian Reyes.
The left fielder, Julian Reyes.
First pitch on its way. On to first, and a sigh of relief in that visitor's dugout as that's a big man to retire to start out the home 8th.
Now batting, the first baseman, Tristan.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Tristan White. First delivery to him on the way.
Ball 1, no strike.
Good spot to be in right now as a hitter. Count your favor, 1-0. Good time to get a fastball and turn it loose.
Pitch on the way. Off the corner with the splitter, it's 2-0.
If you've been paying attention, the guy on the mound does not want to come inside. If I'm at the plate, I'm leaning out over.
And there's the first strike, 2-1.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
Two balls and 2 strikes now. 1 out, nobody on. Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. And the pitch. And he popped him up. Rice ranging into shallow right, but he won't get there. It falls in.
You know, it's funny. The first 2 strikes are for the fans. You're trying to put balls in the seats right there. The 2 strikes, it's for the team. You got to shorten up and find a way, and that's exactly what he did right there. Soft liner into right field for a base hit.
Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. To the plate now, A.J. Mitchell, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Before the delivery, a check on that go-ahead run at first, and he'll dive back in. And another throw over. And a dive, but he's back in. Runners off for second. That's a strike to throw down. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
Well, they flew over there multiple times thinking he was going to try to swipe that bag, so they were onto him, but he just waited it out and took off when he had the chance. Nice job of base running there.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. High and deep down the left field line. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Bounced weakly near the plate. That's a foul ball.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
Here's another 1-2. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And he has just given them the lead late as this is down for extra bases.
Boy, those have to feel really good, D-Ro. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the 2nd inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
In now, Junior Richard. 1 ball, no strikes to count. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Just missing here, 2-0.
Somebody's getting frustrated. He's not used to getting hit around like this.
One out, one on in a 1-run game. Outside, 3-0 now. That's in there, 3-1. Bullet back up the middle. Hamby is there now, and he has it, 2 gone.
Now batting, the pitcher, Nathan Bird.
Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch. And that's in there for strike 1. That's popped up. Judd calls for it, and that's the 3rd out. So a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. 9th inning coming up. Miami is out in front here, 3-2. Jumbo Johnson takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Jalen Payne is going to come on as a defensive replacement now as he takes over at first base. At the plate, Kevin Root will be charged with trying to get on board leading off the 9th.
Kevin Root.
He's set and the pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. Fastball runs a bit too far inside as he's got to step out of harm's way there.
Not sure if that was a purpose pitch or not, but I liked it. As a pitcher, sometimes you've got to be willing to back the guy off the plate by running something hard inside. You can't just let guys be comfortable standing in the batter's box against you.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Popped him up. Payne is there, and that's the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 22.
Ready for another chance? Judd, as the switch hitter, will take his cuts left-handed here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
Cut fastball taken for strike one. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. To first. Oh, what a stop on the slide. The throw to first. He is out.
Now batting, number 54.
Striding into the box, Blake Hamby. He singled his last time up. From the stretch. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Now a swing and little pop-up here right behind home plate. And he'll make the catch to end it as the Mets come back to even up this series at a game apiece as this ball game is over.
Hey, we were really treated to a good one today. Bottom of the eighth proved to be the difference, though, and a good job here in the ninth to close the book on this one.
A one-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. The Mets came through late, taking the lead in the eighth to secure the victory. Manny Quezada gets the win in relief, his second of the year. Jumbo Johnson closes the door for the save, his 16th of the season. So that's a wrap for us in this one. Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, Matt Vasgersian, we all thank you for watching Major League Baseball on MLB Network. See you next time.
Here now is our final line score. First, for your victorious home team, 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They left 7 men on base. For the visitors, 2 runs on 8 hits, 1 error. They left 8 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 45 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And we remind you to please drive home safely.